Do you actually know what your cat is saying to you right now? You probably think you have a rough idea, but here's what nobody tells you. Cats have an entire layer of communication they reserve exclusively for one person. Not for strangers, not for other cats, just for you. And most owners walk right past it every single day without realizing what they're missing. The trills, the slow blinks, the specific weight of a headbutt at exactly the right moment, these aren't random. They're a private language your cat developed specifically because of you. Let's start with the one most people completely misread. Your cat's meow is not general noise. Research shows that cats barely meow at each other after kittenhood. Adult cats develop that vocalization almost entirely to communicate with humans. That's not a small detail. That's your cat inventing a language just to reach you. A study found that cats actually adjust the pitch and frequency of their meows based on how their particular human responds over time. They're not guessing. They're refining. They're essentially running experiments on you until they find the exact sound that works. So that specific chirp your cat does when you walk in, that's not a random noise, that's a sound your cat engineered over months or years because it gets a response from you and nobody else. If you've ever felt like your cat communicates with you differently than they do with other people, you were right. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Ever noticed your cat headbutting your face or pressing their cheek against your hand for no obvious reason? That behavior has a name. It's called bunting, and it's one of the most deliberate things your cat does. Your cat's scent glands are located on their cheeks, brow, and chin. When they bunt against you, they're depositing pheromones you can't even detect. What they're doing chemically is marking you as part of their colony, their family, the inner circle. Here's what most owners miss, though. Bunting isn't passive. Researchers have found that the most confident, socially dominant cats are the most likely to bunt. When your cat chooses to press their face against yours, they're not being needy. They're claiming you. They're telling their own nervous system that you belong to them and they belong to you. And there's a timing element worth paying attention to. If your cat headbutts you the moment you walk through the door, part of what's happening is a scent reset. You've been out in the world, and to your cat, you smell wrong. You've lost their signature. That bunting session. Right after you get home, it's your cat reclaiming you, restoring what they consider the correct version of your scent. It's not clingy, it's chemical, and endorphins are released in your cat during that process, which means they're not just telling you something, they're feeling something too. Now, think about eye contact. Most people assume staring at their cat with warm, affectionate energy is a good thing. It isn't, not without the follow-through. In feline language, a hard, unblinking stare reads as a challenge, a confrontation, but the slow blink is something else entirely. A study from the University of Sussex confirmed that cats responded to their owner's slow blink by slow blinking back significantly more often, and were even more likely to approach afterward. Here's the part that hits differently when you really think about it. Closing your eyes in front of another creature means you can't see a threat coming. A predator never does that voluntarily. When your cat holds your gaze and then lets their eyes drift slowly closed, they are making themselves deliberately vulnerable. Just for you. That's not a sleepy accident. That's a statement. And it works in reverse too. Try it next time your cat is watching you from across the room. Hold their gaze, then let your eyelids drop slowly and hold for just a second. Watch what happens. Most cats will blink back within a few seconds. That tiny exchange, 3 seconds at most, is your cat saying something they can't say out loud. Make it part of your daily routine. Every morning, every time they catch your eye. That's your cat's version of "I trust you completely and it costs you nothing." Have you ever paid attention to what your cat sounds like when they're specifically trying to get something from you? Not just any purr, a specific one. Researchers found that cats develop what's called a solicitation purr, a regular purr with a higher frequency cry embedded inside it. Humans consistently rate this purr as more urgent and harder to ignore than a standard contented purr. And here's the fascinating part. That embedded frequency mirrors the acoustic range of a human infant crying. Your cat figured out through living with you that a certain sound activates something in your brain that's very hard to resist. They're not manipulating you maliciously. They've just learned your wiring. The cats who use this most skillfully tend to use it with one person specifically, their primary human. So, if your cat has a particular sound they make that you've never heard them use with anyone else, that's not coincidence. That's targeted communication. It was built for you. And a 2013 study found that cats actually adjust this vocalization based on feedback over time. If a softer version works, they go softer. If urgency gets results, they dial that up. Your cat has been studying you and building a custom toolkit. You just never had the manual to read it. There's one more piece of this that almost nobody talks about. The trill. It's different from a meow and different from a purr. It's that quick, rolling sound your cat makes when they walk into the room where you are, or when they're trotting towards you from across the house. Behaviorists describe it as a greeting vocalization. But here's what makes it specific to you. Adult cats rarely use trills with each other. Mother cats use them with kittens. The trill is a sound of closeness, of safe arrival, of, "Hey, I found you and I'm glad." When your cat trills at you, they're treating you the way a mother cat treats her kittens, which, if you know anything about feline attachment research, tells you exactly how your cat has categorized you in their emotional world. Not as an owner, not as a provider, as family. The specific trill your cat uses with you, the pitch, the length, the frequency, gets refined over years of living together. One study found that cats produced significantly more vocalizations when greeting male caregivers versus female ones, averaging more than double the meows in the first moments of a reunion. Cats aren't just reacting to a person, they're reacting to their person. And that distinction, the way your cat's language shifts specifically around you, is the clearest proof that what's happening between the two of you is something they chose.